Hello, you're watching The Richard Wade Show. In my last video, I debuted a new single that I've been working on called Don't Touch the Dancers. I had never shared it with anyone else, so you all got to hear it first, except for a few of my friends on Facebook. Now, I've had a couple of questions from people who I've sent it to about how I got the almost like sort of T-Pain kind of vocal sound. So I'm going to go over that real quick and do a short video about it and share with you all what I know. So real quick, I'm gonna play a little bit of that verse. It's ladies' night. See you working that pole in the red lights. Gonna need some change tonight. 'Cause we're throwing out ones and twos and tens and 20s and fives. Alright, so I'm going to stop it right there, and we're going to go over a way to do this. And by the way, I most of the things I'm using here, almost all of them, are free software. I do have a piece of equipment called the Console One that is a hardware unit and has some proprietary stuff on it, but it's mostly just a high pass, low pass filter, a noise gate with a shaper, equalizer, compressor, and a tube drive section. And you can do all those things with other free software. So I wanted to go over some of these a little bit. First, I'm gonna just solo this one vocal that we got here. Move down to it. I'm just gonna play it. It's ladies' night. See you working that pole in the red lights. All right, now there you hear it sounds very strange. There's a lot of reverb, delay. I've got a couple of sends, like right here. These sends they go to the delay track and the reverb bus. So basically, if I solo those out and just kind of mute the main track, you just kind of hear like the stuff. You leave them fully wet signal. By wet signal, I mean you don't hear any of the original file. You're just hearing the reverb and delay there. Oh, here's a delay. And that sounds very ridiculous. And even when you play the vocals, it's ladies' night. You hear that echoing and swirling. And that doesn't sound good by itself, but when played with the mix, it sounds super great. Oh, where are we at? I'm muted. Oh, there we go. Okay. I didn't have that solo. It's ladies' night. It's ladies' night. All right, there we go. See you working that pole in the red lights. So, now I'm going to open up the effects chain I've got going on here. The first thing in my effects chain is a piece of software by a company called Melda Productions called Auto Pitch, and they give the software away for free. They have a lot of paid stuff that seems really awesome, but their free plugins they have here, it has Auto Pitch and like 12 others, I believe, and they're amazing. You know, I don't really like the interface too much, but I mean, I've gotten used to it kind of. I also watched some videos about a few other free autotune plugins, but I haven't tried those out yet. I'm thinking about maybe going and try them out soon. But basically, the speed and the depth are the most important parts, and then you control your formants here. The formants control how low or high pitched something is, and I just detune it just a little bit to make it interesting. And the speed, if I turned it up higher, it would sound robotic, but I kind of wanted it somewhere in the middle, so I had kind of that smooth sound. The second effect that I've got on here is the Isotope Vocal Doubler. Now, Isotope is Izotope. This is an amazing piece of software. You do have to sign up to get it. You have to go to the website and register and all that, and they'll send you a key for it. But it's completely free and yours to keep forever, as long as the website's up. I'm assuming. All right, now next, this is the console one interface I was telling you about. I have a hardware version of this on my desk with all the knobs that I turn. Basically, all I did was add a little like compression, equalize it, put a little mid range in it, and I think I put some high end on it for sure, to give it that really clear sound. And basically, that's it there. I add a little bit of chorus to it, which sounds, when you listen to it, just like without anything, it sounds better without the chorus. See you working that pole in the red light. But then when you're listening to it with the music, it sounds good to turn the chorus on. Puts it like more in the mix and echoes a little more. All right, and the next plugin I've got is actually another one that is a paid plugin. Actually, this one might be free now that I think about it. I think this is free from Softtube. It's a saturation tube plugin, and basically all it does is just, gets it a little like gets it a little distortion. And if you keep it right below so that yellow light's not coming on, it's gonna sound super good, saturated, smooth, very warm sounding, I guess. Now the last thing I've got on this is this is by a company called Analog Obsession. They have a lot of great plugins that are also free. This is a model of an LA2A compressor, and basically what it does is it just brings everything together. Nothing's loud, nothing's soft. It just squashes the sound down, and then you can turn it up loud. So, the only thing you have to be careful about is if you squash it too much, you can make it sound dead. But with this kind of like pop sort of sound, you really want that close together. So turn it up as loud as you can without killing it. And I wish I could give you exact levels. I mean, you can see what I've got, but that's not going to be the same for everything. You're just going to have to listen with your ears. But basically, all you do is do the gain and peak reduction, and that's the only two knobs you have to mess with on this. I mean, there's some frequency adjustment, but I put it at 100% mix always, and then just put it up. I mean, if you mix it, it's kind of like you have a side chain compressor. So you hear part of the regular sound, and then it mixes it with the compressed sound to give it like sort of a, I don't know. It's kind of a strange sound, but you can also use it like compressors with side chaining like that. You can use them to duck out music when you're doing voiceovers and things like that. So, there's a lot of different uses, but I think there's better compressors for that than this. But as far as like, getting your sound smooth and squashed and, sounding good, I think this is one of the better plugins for that. And, so basically that's all you have to do. When you do your vocals, you're going to want to select the key. You'll have to figure out the key of your song, and then you just put it in and go with it, adjust everything until it sounds best to you. So I hope this video helped you, and I hope you learned something. If you have any questions about any of the plugins or anything I did, feel free to contact me. But thanks for watching. I hope to see you next time.